My name is Ylva, and I am here to talk to you about student insurances while you're abroad. As an outgoing student nominated for exchange studies by Lund University, you are automatically covered by the student insurance student out. The insurance is valid 24 hours a day in the country where you study during the whole exchange period and 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after your studies. You are also covered during direct travel from Sweden to the study destination, and it should be as direct as possible. You can change planes or trains as long as you do not leave the airport or the train station. If you do, the insurance is not valid until you continue your journey. The insurance also includes free time and holidays during the semester as long as you continue the studies after the holiday. There are two kinds of insurance certificates, and the one you can see here is the one that you can reach by logging into SoloMove. The other one is the medical insurance card, which you can get from your coordinator or your faculty. You don't need to show any of these certificates to be able to use the insurance. They are mainly for your information. So what's included in the insurance? The insurance includes emergency medical care, and this means care for symptoms that arise suddenly during the insurance period and for which the insured must seek medical aid within a few days. Example of this can be stomachache or fever. Pre-existing conditions are only covered in case of emergency. So, for example, if you have diabetes, you are not covered for regular treatment since they are considered as planned. But if you suddenly collapse due to your diabetes, that would be considered as emergency care. The insurance includes home transportation, but this is always decided by the local doctor together with 5 global assistants. There is also a property cover which covers your personal belongings, and the deductible here is 1,500 Swedish kronor. You have a liability cover, and this means if a third party requires that you pay something, for example, you break something where you live, and your landlord requires that you replace it. And you have a legal expense cover. If something happens and if you don't know where to turn, or if you are in a serious dangerous situation, you can call 5 global assistants and they will help you through the process. If you visit a hospital, pay the fee and keep the receipts. If you've been a victim of an assault or a robbery, you must report this to the local police immediately. Always include the police report when filling out the claim form and submit original receipts for the stolen items. Save all original receipts, police reports and other documents, as Kammarkollegiet may ask for them later on. Send the form and documents to your coordinator at Lund University. They will sign the form and send it to Kammarkollegiet. The evaluation normally takes approximately 3 weeks and Kammarkollegiet will email you directly. For those of you who travel and change planes within Europe, bring this card to get care within the EU. You order it from the website of Försäkringskassan. If you're going to Australia or Montreal in Canada, contact Försäkringskassan and order a special form, and with this form you will get medical care for the same price as the nationals through Medicare. If you're a citizen of another EU country, you order the card from your national health insurance provider. This gives you access to health and dental care that cannot wait until you get back to Sweden. And this is not only for emergencies, also for care due to chronic disease. The insurance is not valid in countries to which the Ministry of Foreign Affairs advises against travels. If the Ministry of Foreign Affairs advice against travels to a certain region, the insurance is not valid in that specific region, but you can travel to other parts of that country. The advice against travel should be valid on the day of departure for the insurance not to be valid. If you already started your journey, the insurance will be valid during a transitional period of maximum 30 days for you to be able to leave the country and return to Sweden. If you go on a trip to a neighboring country, student out does not cover you. Make sure you get a private insurance for such travels. If you rent a car abroad, always get full insurance through the car rental company. The student out insurance has an exception for vehicles, and this means that if you are in an accident where a vehicle is involved, hit by a car, if you should hit someone else, It is always the insurance of the vehicle paying for this. This also counts for if you borrow a car. Make sure you know there is an insurance. The risk is small that something will happen, but if it does, it can be very costly. So please read the full terms and conditions regarding exceptions in the insurance. So finally, when it comes to the items you bring, make sure you know where the original receipts are, especially for items targeted by thieves like computers or cameras. You don't need to bring the receipts, but make sure you know where you have them. In general, avoid unnecessary situations. The terms and conditions states that the insured should observe normal cooperation and if possible, avoid dangerous areas and situations and otherwise do what may reasonably be expected in order to avoid being the victim of assault or injury. Don't break the law. If you are on medicine, bring as much as you need for the full period, and if you can't, consult your doctor. Make sure the medicine is allowed in the country and not considered as a drug. Download the Ministry of Foreign Affairs app, Versklar, where you can find step-by-step guidelines. That's all from me.